it's LSF here today. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a pretty interesting trend in the luxury car market, something that you might find surprising. When you think of Lexus, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz, you probably imagine wealthy, stylish buyers cruising around in their latest models. But according to some recent data, there's a pretty significant age gap between who buys a Lexus versus the German competition. In fact, Lexus owners tend to be noticeably older than BMW or Mercedes buyers. Why is this happening? And is it a problem for Lexus in the long run? Let's break it down. Let's start with some background. Lexus was launched in 1989 as a Toyota luxury division, quickly gained a reputation for building high-quality, reliable, and comfortable vehicles. Over the decades, Lexus became the go-to brand for drivers who wanted a premium quality without the flashiness of a BMW or Mercedes. Their vehicles are serene, understated, and built like tanks. Meanwhile, BMW and Mercedes have leaned heavily into performance, tech, and brand prestige. BMW's slogan was literally the ultimate driving machine, while Mercedes-Benz has positioned itself as the pinnacle of luxury and status. Some may argue that Lexus has been trying because you have the F Sport, the F vehicles from a performance and tech, but then you have noticed recently that the Fs are mostly gone, and really from a tech perspective, in the new NX RX, they've actually got the tech back up a little bit, but overall, people are now saying that materials are not as good as before. So definitely something weird with Lexus. So here's where it's getting interesting. A recent report from the S&P Global Mobility shows that Lexus buyers are, on average, 57.6 years old. So personally, I'm bringing that number lower. There's nearly 4 years older than BMW's average buyer of 54.3 and even older than Mercedes-Benz buyers, who is averaging 55.7. To give you this more context, the overall average of a luxury car buyer is 54. So Lexus skews the average even more because 57.6 is a lot more than 54. We're talking about demographics that's nearing retirement, in some cases already have retired. So why is this happening? Why is Lexus skewing older while BMW and Mercedes are attracting slightly younger crowds? I think there are a few reasons. First one is the brand image. Lexus has long been seen as a sensible, reliable, and comfort-first brand. Those qualities naturally attract older and more financially stable buyers who prioritize long-term reliability, dependability, and quiet luxury. The second reason could be performance and prestige. BMW and Mercedes are likely to be associated with sporty driving and status. Their marketing, their tech features, and performance trims cater more to younger professionals who want excitement and recognition. Lexus design evolution. While Lexus has definitely gotten bolder in recent years, the spindle grille, and like with the models of the NX and the RX, the brand hasn't fully shaken its conservative image. In contrast, BMW and Mercedes are pushing aggressive designs, digital cockpits, and high-performance variants that appeal to more of the Gen X and millennials. So you think of it, the NX coming out in 2022 having an LCD screen, but it's a 7-inch. It's not a full screen dash. Because of the basics of reliability, Lexus is not taking the chances of introducing new tech that is not proven yet. And that's probably one of the biggest problems of Lexus is they're always very conservative in moving forward. Follow me on Instagram at LSFT Videos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX 450h Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks. Or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon. And or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. But age isn't the only demographic factor here. According to the same S&P Global study, Lexus buyers also tend to earn less than their German brand counterparts. Nearly 47% of Lexus households make under $150,000 US, compared to 65% of BMW households that earn more than 150K. Mercedes sits somewhere right in between, so you can see that in this chart. That's a pretty telling figure. While Lexus vehicles are premium, they're often more affordable to buy and own over time. Lexus wins big on long-term reliability, lower cost of maintenance, and higher resale value, which makes it more attractive to practical, budget-conscious luxury buyers. So now the big question. Is it something Lexus should be worried about? It depends on your perspective. On one hand, Lexus continues to post strong sales numbers. The brand just had its first best quarter in 2025, following a record-breaking 2024. So definitely you can see that the sales numbers are showing that they are doing well. So older buyers are still spending money, and clearly the brand is doing something right. But on the other hand, from a long-term brand perspective, Lexus might need to be worried. As their customer base ages, their risk of losing culture relevance with younger drivers. BMW, for example, has more buyers under 40 than Lexus does. Ferrari recently said that 40% of its new clients are under 40. If Lexus doesn't start appealing more to the younger generations, whether their product design, digital tech, or EV innovations, they may struggle to keep the momentum going into the next decade. So we do see that Lexus has introduced the LBX into trying to get younger crowds into a small vehicle in all the parts of the world except North America. They are moving into an EV strategy, and I think from their brand perspective, they really need to do a little bit more. Akio Toyoda has definitely tried to add in the performance and the sporty driving of the brand. However, I'm not seeing that being a thing for many of the current buyers. Many people still have that mindset that Lexus is just a Toyota. It's a better Toyota, but it doesn't compare to the Mercedes and the BMW. A lot of it is also related to the parts reuse. I can see that my shifter on the NX is the same shifter on the Prius. Definitely, it just shows that they haven't done anything to distinguish between the two brands. And also, when you look at it, their mobile app, they just changed the brand of the app and everything is exactly the same. There are even times where the thumbnail, the thumbprint, when you get a notification on the Lexus app, it shows Toyota. Definitely a lot of sharing between the two brands, and when you do that, why did I buy a Lexus? And with their strategy of the Toyota Crown, introducing 4 different vehicles in the Toyota's world where they have materials and the quality very close to Lexus, and also now introducing the Sentry, and which is supposed to be above Lexus. What does this all mean? Does this mean that Lexus is squeezed from the bottom and the top? And what is Toyota going to do with this brand? Time will tell, and let me know in the comments below. What do you think about the Lexus brand? And did you buy Lexus because it's reliable, it's premium, but it's not close enough to the worlds of BMW and Mercedes? I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.